Between May of 2023, that's the top left, and May of 2025, that's the top right, the percentage of Americans living paycheck to paycheck has risen about 6.5%, from around 61% to 67.6%. And between May of 2023 and May of 2025, S&P 500 has gone up about 40%. So where the fuck did all that money go? You know exactly where it went. The vast majority of stock value appreciation benefits the wealthy. I'm Christopher Russell. I want to be the next president of the United States. I have a law degree from Wake Forest University, and I held a top secret clearance working for the Department of Defense and the Department of State. Beginning in November, 42 million people will begin to lose their SNAP funding. They receive an average of $356 per household, and it makes up about half of their total monthly food spending. As a kid, my family got WIC and food stamps. There is no way to express how difficult it is to live when you don't have enough to eat. The simple fact is that these people need our help, and we are abandoning them. We can do better, and we will, if you support candidates like me. But we're not quite done yet. This is what insurance premiums will look like for Affordable Care Act recipients by the end of this year, while the president spreads rhetoric about deploying the military against American citizens. An utterly unqualified sham candidate was installed as U.S. attorney to conduct sham prosecutions against former FBI Director James Comey and New York Attorney General Letitia James. No additional information has come out about the missing detainees from Alligator Alcatraz. FBI agents have been harassing attendees of protests under the guise of combating domestic terrorism. House of Representatives, who's still being paid, will not come back because Mike Johnson is terrified to seat Adelita Grijalva from Arizona on the basis that she will vote, cast the deciding vote, to release the Epstein files. Russ Vought and Stephen Miller continue to wage war against federal employees, illegally firing them. Meanwhile, foreign governments continue to conduct bribery in plain sight, while Trump and his family have made $3.5 billion and pardoned CZ, who's worth more than $80 billion. 59% of Americans don't have enough savings to cover an unexpected $1,000 expense. Credit card delinquencies continue to rise. Household debt continues to skyrocket, and housing is more unaffordable than ever. Bottom 50% of the country, more than 160 million Americans, is worth only $4 trillion. But the top 10% added $5 trillion to their wealth in the second quarter alone. Stock continues to chart all-time highs as rich people with nothing better to do slosh trillions of dollars into assets. Increase in the wealth of 3,000 global billionaires since 2015 is more than enough to end poverty worldwide. You can buy a green card for just $1 million. Every day, the Department of Homeland Security posts fascist propaganda, like the video you see here. I'm not yearning for the good old days, but it wasn't always like this. I'm going to show you a fascinating clip that I've never seen before from two former Republican presidents, showing just how different things are now.
I'd like to know, do you think the children of illegal aliens should be allowed to attend Texas public schools free, or do you think that their parents should pay for their education?
Who are you addressing that to?
I think you're first in this, sir.
You're looking right at you. That's lady was. Look, I'd like to see something done about the illegal alien problem that would be so sensitive and so understanding about labor needs and human needs that problem wouldn't come up. But today, if those people are here, I would reluctantly say I think they would get whatever it is that they're, what the society is giving to their neighbors. But the problem has to be solved. The problem has to be solved because as we have kind of made illegal some kinds of labor that I'd like to see legal, we're doing two things. We're creating a whole society of really honorable, decent, family-loving people that are in violation of the law, and secondly, we're exacerbating relations with Mexico. The answer to your question is much more fundamental than whether they attend Houston schools, it seems to me. I don't want to see a whole, if they're living here, I don't want to see a whole thing of 6- and 8-year-old kids being made, one, totally uneducated and made to feel that they're living outside the law. Let's address ourselves with the fundamentals. These are good people, strong people. Part of my family is a Mexican. I think the time has come that the United States and our neighbors, particularly our neighbor to the south, should have a better understanding and a better relationship than we've ever had. And I think that we haven't been sensitive enough to our size and our power. They have a problem of 40 to 50% unemployment. Now, this cannot continue without the possibility arising, with regard to that other country that we talked about, of Cuba and what it is stirring up, of the possibility of trouble below the border, and we could have a very hostile and strange neighbor on our border. Rather than making them, or talking about putting up a fence, why don't we work out some recognition of our mutual problems, make it possible for them to come here legally with a work permit, and then while they're working and earning here, they pay taxes here. And when they want to go back, they can go back, and they can cross and open the border both ways by understanding their problems. This is the only safety valve right now they have with that unemployment that probably keeps the lid from going off down there. And I think we could have a fine relationship, and it would solve the problem you mentioned also.
That's right. The welfare queen guy and the Willie Horton guy, these incredibly racist, regressive, terrible people who have opposed American progress and caused a huge number of the problems that we have today, both sound like hammer and sickle wielding communists compared to the fascist regime we are in now. I am not yearning for a lost past. Those assholes can stay gone. What we have now is new. It's worse, and it is going to continue to get worse. Please follow me and consider subscribing to my page if you enjoyed this video.